I sold 40 paintings this year, 40, and I'm going to let you in on a little secret about how you can improve your art sales in 2025. So please stay tuned. 2024 has come and gone, and what I like to do is do a review of what paintings I've sold. I'm going to show you all 40 paintings and why I think they sold. And like I said before, I'm going to let you know how you can increase your art sales with this one fundamental guideline. You're not going to want to miss this.
Right, so the first collection I'm going to show you that sold this year is the landscape collection. So these are all the landscapes I sold this year. As you can see, I use a lot of gold in my landscapes, and I've actually got a tutorial that shows you exactly what I use there. It's upcycled material, and I'll have that in the description. And there you can see a bit of that tutorial and what I'm doing. And I've also got loads of landscape tutorials for you in my playlist, so I will link that in the description.
Paint what you're passionate about, paint what you know. So the reason why I think these paintings sell of mine is because I'm an avid gardener. I live in a really beautiful place called Barrydale in South Africa, and I'm in my garden a lot, like every day. And we have beautiful wildlife, birds, you know, the bugs, the dragonflies, the butterflies, bees, bumblebees. You name it, we've got it. We've even got donkeys here because I live sort of at the back of the mountain, and we've got these free-range donkeys, and we've got cows and sheep, and we've even got rabbits running around and snakes. Yay! And so we've got a lot of wildlife going on, and it's like part of my daily life, and I love it. And you know, I go out into my garden not just to garden, but to also just de-stress. It's wonderful. Nature's wonderful, and you know, these little critters are around me all the time. So it's a huge part of my life, and it's a huge part of my joy. So I'm following my joy, and I'm painting these things. Now, obviously, you know, I think whatever you're painting, the energy that goes into that is felt by the viewer or the person who's looking at your work. So you're going to want to just paint what makes you so joyful. You know, I know people are going to argue and say, oh, but you know, I want to paint my angst and all that. And yeah, there's a market for that. It's more contemporary world. I'm talking more like, yeah, aesthetics, I suppose. But, you know, at the end of the day, for me personally, I'm quite a positive person. So I love nature. I want to be in that zone where I'm meditating and I'm communing with nature, and that's my life. If your life is all about, you know, the darker side of life, fine. It's like, you know, this is your life. So you paint what you need to paint.
This is a collection of the birds and the bees that I've sold this year. These are my personal favorites. I love painting these. I've also done quite a few art tutorials about how to paint birds and bees, and I'm going to link that in the description below. So you don't want to miss out on that. Here you can see I'm painting the bee. That's in my bee tutorial, and I've also done a weaver's tutorial that you can see there.
So let's get into that fundamental guideline I spoke about in the beginning of this video. So this is about what works for you, because if it doesn't work for you, it's not going to work at all. And the one principle that I always go on is paint what you love, paint what you're passionate about, paint what you know. And if you're painting for some kind of aesthetic reason, or because Joe Soap down the road's painting sell and he does this kind of thing and I'm going to do that kind of thing, so I can also sell, this is the wrong approach. I've made videos about that, which I'm going to put in the pinned comments below if you want to watch that. So I think this is the fundamental principle of art that sells. You paint what you know, and it translates. You know, energy is felt. So go out there and find that one thing that you're passionate about. It doesn't even have to be one thing. Like I'm also very much into painting abstracts, and so I incorporate that into my background. So I sort of, and I love bright colors. So there's quite a few things I incorporate, mixed media, all that kind of thing. But that kind of makes me what I am, you know. That's my kind of niche, or it's my signature. So it's really important to find, like, you know, your joy, your passion, your excitement, and then just work around that. You work around what works for you, what gets you excited, not what someone else has done to get them excited, and then you copy that. No, no, it's not going to work. It might work for a while.
This is the wildlife collection that I sold this year, and all inspired by these beautiful animals that we have at the back here of our property. Such a pleasure and such a joy to actually have these animals come visit you.
I hope that your year of 2025 is just filled with art sales and wonderment and excitement, and have fun. Put the fun into fundamental and the mental. Goes without saying. Happy 2025.
I'm going to wrap up this video with the dragonflies and flower paintings that sold this year. If you're interested in painting dragonflies, I've got quite a few tutorials on showing you how to do them, and I've also got quite a few floral tutorials, and as I've said before, I'll put that link in the description below. Thanks so much for coming on this journey with me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please let me know if there's any art in here that you really liked. I'd love to hear from you.